Hello and welcome to Todd Rolls Dice, where it's day 22 of our Grotmas Calendar. Only 2 days left, and we're here with a Grotmas message of pure, unbridled hatred. Yes, that's right, it's the Black Templars, and they're here to just destroy everything in their path in the name of the God Emperor, who isn't even a thing. Some people are just misguided. The Black Templars are the carol singers no one wants knocking on their door this Grotmas, but you're going to struggle to get out of the way such a Wrathful Procession. Wrathful Procession isn't quite as cool as it could have been, I don't think. Another super cool, really nice refresh, and I think the only Primaris Marines that still have lightning claws, which is a crying shame. The Black Templars excel at shock assaults with heavy infantry. Those talents prove especially effective when armoured support is limited or terrain is too dense to deploy heavier assets, whether taking an enemy facility corridor by corridor, storming onto the breach during a siege, or digging heretics out of thick jungle. The Black Templars are the right answer. I mean, they're the right answer to a lot of things, let's be honest. Before such engagements, their leaders fire their fanaticism with hate-fueled oratory and vox-amplified prayer. As one, the Black Templars begin their advance. Banners to the fore, a holy procession swiftly gathering pace from stride to lope to thunderous headlong charge that caves in the enemy lines like a ceramite-clad fist. Yep, a little Imperial Fist reference there as well. The Wrathful Procession is bolstered by zealous litanies, a trio of wrathful prayers to choose from each battle round. Whether the situation calls for haste, hatred, or contempt, this detachment has you covered with buffs to move, strength, and invulnerable saves. Buffs to invulnerable saves? Oof. This is a detachment that wants to get across the battlefield and get stuck in. And the enhancements and stratagem support this. Nothing says fervor like fights first. Oh god, nice. And that's exactly what Sacred Rage enhancement brings to the bearer's unit. Once per battle fight first. Very nice. Meanwhile, the relentless momentum stratagem allows Black Templars in fighting units to attack up to 3 inches away, perfect for allowing those large Crusader squads to deliver 100% of their hatred to their foes. Yeah, nice 3-inch attacking range. They brought it into Age of Sigmar this edition, and it just helps combat flow better. You can actually get full units in because Space Marine bases are ridiculously big. Like a 40mm base stacked, you're not fighting with everyone, and that's not the point of having a unit, is it? So all of this sounds pretty good, and it sounds pretty Black Templar so far. There's literally zero change in mood tomorrow as we welcome the World Eaters to our already volatile Grotmas piling. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be good. I do like the World Eaters. I have to say, Angron, what a guy. Just completely misunderstood. All he wants is to hug people with his big axe. That's all he wants. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Enhance. Wrathful Procession. Detachment rule. Zealous litanies. At the start of the battle round, you can select one of the litanies listed below. If you do, until the end of the battle round, that litany is active and its effects apply to all Adeptus Astartes infantry and Adeptus Astartes mounted units from your army. You can pick one of these every turn, so it's not you get 3 turns of it and then 2 turns of no buffs. That's already strong. So what have we got? Chorus of Relentless Hate. Add 2 inches to the move characteristic of models in this unit and add 1 to the advance rolls made for it. Nice. Just a quicker move, you'd use that early on. Right of Perfervid Wrath. Add 1 to the strength characteristic of melee weapons equipped by models in that unit. Nice. It's only a +1, but +1 strength is always nice. And Chant of Deathless Devotion. Models in the unit have a 5-up invul save against ranged attacks. Oh, that's quite nice. Only against ranged attacks. It's only a 5-up. I'm not knocking it. It's good. And it's an army-wide invul save. But don't they have an army-wide... If you do a certain thing, don't they have an army-wide invul save in one of their other detachments? Or maybe they're indexed. Yeah, no, they seem pretty good. Very strong, but not overly strong so far. That's nice. And restrictions for any chapter-specific units. Your army can include Black Templar units, but it cannot include Adeptus Astartes units drawn from any other chapter. We're used to all this. Enhancements. Higher brand, 25 points, Black Templars model only. Models in the bearer's unit have the stealth ability. Have we not seen that somewhere else for less than 25 points? Or was it 25 points? If it's 25 points elsewhere, it's fine. I still think it's a little pricey, but I do like the stealth ability. Sacred Rage, 30 points. Adeptus Astartes model only. Once per battle at the start of the fight phase, the bearer can use this enhancement. If it does until the end of the phase, models in the bearer's unit have the Fights First ability. Fights First is incredibly strong, especially for when you just want something dead. At 30 points, I would say that's quite fairly pointed. And it is a once per battle. I like that, and I don't think it's too cheap. I still think it's an auto take. I don't think it's too cheap. Taramon's Censor, 15 points, Black Templars model only. At the start of the fight phase, each enemy within engagement range of the bearer's unit must make a battle shock test. When doing so, subtract 1 from the result. Okay, so every fight phase, force a battle shock test. 15 points. If you've got 15 points to spare, I don't know if that's good or not, but I suppose on the off chance that units fail, your enemy fails the battle shock test, that means you take the objective from them. So yeah, okay, I can see it. Benediction of Fury, 10 points, Chaplain model only. The bearer's melee weapons have the Dev Wounds ability. For 10 points, giving a Chaplain Dev Wounds on the Crozius? Sure, why not? No brainer there, really. Stratagems, we have 6 at 1 CP, and they are 2 strategic ploy and 4 battle tactics. Fueled by Faith. When any phase just after a mortal wound is allocated to an Adeptus Astartes unit from your army, target that Adeptus Astartes unit. Effect: until the end of the phase, models in your unit have a Feel No Pain 5-up ability against mortal wounds. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice CP. It's a battle tactic as well. Armour of Contempt we're not going to cover, but it's here. It's always here. It's a Space Marine detachment. Castigate the Demagogues. When fight phase, target 1 Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that has not been selected to fight this phase. Effect: until the end of the phase, melee weapons equipped on models in your unit have the Precision ability. Situational: if you need a leader dead or you're trying to get some secondary points, that could be very good. Brute Fervor. When fight phase, target 1 Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that has not been selected to fight. Effect: until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1, and you can ignore any or all modifiers to the following: the attack's weapon skill characteristic, the hit roll, the wound roll. So you can ignore any modifiers to anything to do with that attack, and you can reroll hit rolls of 1. It's only melee, but that's really nice. Relentless Momentum. When fight phase, target 1 Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that has not been selected to fight this phase and is within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units. Effect: until the end of the phase, when determining which models in your unit are eligible to fight, any models in it that are within 3 inches of 1 or more enemy models are eligible to fight. When resolving those attacks, such models can target 1 of the enemy units that is within 3 inches of them and within engagement range of their unit. I think that's just really, really nice. I think it's a nice to have. It's probably going to be very strong because it gives the Black Templars a much bigger threat radius. Generally, I really like that just as a core rule, but hey, look, it's definitely going to get a lot of use in a Black Templars army. That's probably the best stratagem that we've seen for a while, I think, in terms of gameplay. And finally, Voice of Devotion. When your command phase, target 1 Adeptus Astartes infantry or Adeptus Astartes mounted unit from your army. Select the Chorus of Relentless Hate, Rite of Perverted Wrath, or Chant of the Deathless Devotion Litany. Until the end of the battle round, that litany is active for your unit instead of any other litany that is active in your army. So that just gives you a little bit of play and freedom to switch out. It's nice, it works with this detachment, and it means you can have a unit that specializes in something else. So if you're trying to get on an enemy objective in the enemy's back line, you could charge 1 squad up with Relentless Hate, and the rest of your army can have the Deathless Devotion to give them a 5-up invul against ranged attacks while you're getting everybody else into position. Stuff like that. Really nice. This is very solid. This is very good. Straight away, it's very themey. It fits the Black Templars idea. They just want to get in and smack people about. I don't think there's anything here that's bad. I think precision in melee is situational. On the back of that, I think all of their stratagems outside of Armor Contempt, which I've talked about before, are very strong. A 5-up feel no pain against mortal wounds is useful. For one unit, obviously, but it's useful. And generally, I think the litanies are very nice. And I can actually make a case for all of the enhancements as well. Yeah, this is a really good detachment. Really good detachment for the way that they play. It isn't stopping you from having tanks and things, they just don't get the buffs. I don't see anything bad about this. I think this is going to be a really nice and quite a popular Black Templars detachment. But as always, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.